Alright, welcome back. So, let's see what our finished product looks like. So last we, sorry, it's my dog barking again. Last we looked, this was just a big old mess, and now it is a completed site. So this is the landing page that is set for the home page. So let's just kind of look at all the pages that are here. The actual home page is the one that we saw before. That's the section that we were working on, all done. We've got some nice sliders in there, nice graphics. Ignore my dog chuffing. Nice backgrounds. All this is set up. I'm going to show you in the back end how this all looks. Here's our menus with the drop downs. Products, this is an outside link. And this one is especially really some cool things that you can do with Divi. So this one, they actually have 4 locations. And so if they're wanting to book an appointment, first you check out their calendar, and that's hooked up to a Talkify account. And then they select their territory. And then this is actually not complete all the way. They book a show. So this doesn't have all the information, but it has most of it that we'll need. So this is about 90% done. This has been sent over to the client for review, and then we'll go from there. So let's look at the back end. Okay, so pages. Oh, I did also forget to mention another plugin that I use on every build, and that's called Updraft Plus, and it's a backup plugin. So it backs up my sites every day. This is not live and on the client's hosting yet. Whenever it does get over there, then I'll install the backups and make sure that's done correctly. So first, let's look at the landing page, which is, if you just go to the regular site, that's what will come up. And this is what the back end looks like. So this text is right here. Then we have a button that's centered. Actually, I really don't even need that divider, but whatever. It was having some issues. I had to contact tech support. These 2 text blocks represent these 2 videos, and they are embedded with a simple link. So this is the embed code, or the actual video code from Vimeo for that particular video. So that's how easy it is to create a nice looking video sales page with Divi. And then let's go to the other pages. Let's see. Let's take a look at the home page. And then some other plugins that I also used is Contact Form by Subsistic. I don't know. Okay. And this is the first time I've ever used this particular plugin. So I really don't have an opinion on it just yet. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I added and didn't record. No, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so here's the home page. Here's what it looks like. Let's roll through this. It's got a nice I like it when it changes colors like that. That looks nice. I'm not too thrilled with how this button is working. It's too much of a size change for me. And then there's that. So let's look at this in the back end. Alright, so there's our full width slider. I'm going to pause while my dog barks. Okay, we're back. The dog decided to bark at the neighbors for a while. Okay, so this is the header front. This is what it looks like in the back end. This is done on a slide, full width slider. So it has a background. Then this is the slide image, which is on the left. You can change all of these different settings. This is the background color. That's what will show up if for whatever reason the image doesn't. And here's the text color set to light. You can do videos, which is a really cool feature for your backgrounds. I actually have that on one of my pages. I'll get that loaded up while I think it's on my work with my page. So let's let that load while we look at all these different settings. Okay, so you can do video. Let's see, and then here's the text. Let's look at the visual. So there it goes. And oh, I did that on video. The install use any font. That allows you to change the font sizes so you're not stuck with just headings or whatever. And if you're not seeing all of this and you've installed use any font, you just want to, I think it's this one. No. One of these, there's like a little box. I forgot what box it is. You tick that will show the rest of the content. That's pretty much it. And you can change this to say whatever you want. If I want this to say header image, I can. And then here's some more options like hiding the arrows, hiding the slider controls. I only have one slide, so that's not going to happen. But if you did have more than one image, it can actually slide. So that's pretty cool. Don't bark. She's going to start barking again. Okay, so that's the first part. So all that is in all of here. And then, no, it wasn't a Work With Me page. It was my About page. Sorry. I want to show you all what a video looks like. How easy it is to do. Alright, so here's the second section. Don't bark. Sorry. Okay, so this is set up with blurbs. And so here's 1, 2, 3. That's what they're called, is blurbs. So go to Insert Module. There it is. And I open one of these up so you can see what it looks like. That's the title. Shows up right there. There's the link that goes to About Us. The icon color, you can select what icon you want right here. You can decide to circle the icon or not. Do you want the icon to be on the top or the left? Do you want there to be any animation to it? Actually, I might do some animation. Let's see what that looks like. And then here is the rest of the content with the link. So let's update that and see what the animated icon looks like. I spent the last 3 days or so building all of this out. I do like that, so let me make the rest of it match that while I'm thinking about it. Top to bottom. And top to bottom. There we go. Okay. Let's see, is it on this page? Maybe it's my portfolio page. I'm sorry. Shows you how often I visit my own website. Okay. So let's refresh this page and see these animations in action. Oh, I like that. Yes, that's nice. Okay. So there, let's look at the next section, which is territory. That's just set up with 2 different blocks. This one has the text. This, if you want to do that, it's called an HR, horizontal rule. That's what it looks like right there. And actually, I want this color of it to be color equals. I use this thing called a color picker, so I don't have to remember the color codes. It's just a Chrome extension. So I'm going to change the color of this horizontal rule. And then this is just an image. So this is just an image. The animation is set to slide from right to left. And that's pretty much it. So that's on a colored background, I believe. Is that section colored? No, yes, it's like a gray color. So that's set up in this panel. So this is like the big container. This is the little container. And then even smaller containers. So this is where I set up the background color and anything else I want to do with the background. So did I already update? I don't remember. Yeah, I did. My portfolio page has the video background. And that's just shows me like working, I guess. So, and this is pretty cool also. Another thing you can do with Divi, or any theme actually, you can actually create a custom menu that links to different sections. So like this page is super long. So if I want to go to custom logos, it'll scroll right down to custom logos. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's see. I want to show this horizontal rule done in pink. It didn't show up as pink, it showed up as blue. And that messed up that whole thing. Oh dear. So let me go back into here. And okay, so show y'all a trick. Let's go to screen options, and I want to see revisions. Where's my revisions? We're just going to revert right back to where it was. Might have just been a little glitch. Let's refresh this before I start. Nope, it was not just a little glitch. Okay, let's go to revisions. Where are my revisions? Browse. And we're going to restore this to a previous version. So just literally going to back it up to, let's say right there. Restore this revision. Update. And let's let it save. And then hit refresh. And let's see how it did. There we go. Back to normal. Everything's fine. Okay. So there's a little trick that you can use. So this next section, let's look at that, has a blue background, which I showed you where to set that up on this section. This is actually a gallery. So you can set up your gallery with whatever pictures you want. You just do that with this button. And you tell it which pictures you want in the gallery. Don't bark. This next section is just a bunch of pictures of all the accessories, which is this right here. And I do want to change, this is too big, so I want to change this to 150 pics for the max width. Let's go ahead and update that. And this is exactly like, literally exactly like this section, just has a background instead, a background image instead of a color, just a picture that slides in from the left, and then a list right there, which I'm going to change the way that list looks. I'm not 100% happy with that. Like I said, this website's about 90% done. There we go. That's much better. It's much smaller. And then, let's see. Let's go to another page. This testimonials page is pretty cool. Let's look at that. Happy customers. See what they have to say. So you can see here, this is actually a discuss page. You can actually do this with Facebook as well, but it's just very simple to set up, actually. See, there's only 2 blocks. The first block is this. The second block is all of this. So the first block is just text with a background set at this level, and this part is just code for that discuss conversation, and it just does it automatically. Like discuss gives you the code, and you just pop it in there, and you're good to go. All right, let's go to the book a show, because it's probably the most difficult to set up. Even though it really wasn't that difficult, it just took a little time to get everything the way I wanted it. And you can see, like, there's so many ways to edit Divi, and it's amazing. I love it. So here's all of this. What this is I call it a toggle. So that's not the toggle. Sorry, that's the location. This is the toggle. So this is the calendar, and this is just code that's popped in there that Talkify actually gives you the code to put in there, and then it does its magic. And the next one is territory, which is just a drop down that has the map. And the next one, the book, is that form that's actually created with subsist, whatever, however you say that. So you just get the code. They'll tell you what the code is. You pop that in there, and it automatically generates that for you. I'm not 100% happy with that transition of pink to gray, so I'm going to work on that. I really like the way this turned out. It looks really well. It looks really good. Really well. And that's pretty much it. The rest of it is kind of the same thing over and over again. One other thing, okay, let me do this. Download the flyer. So you can actually download their flyer right from their website. And it just loads. I'll show you how to do that. It's super easy. There's their flyer. Just opens up a PDF. Just double check everything. The way that's done, what's that? That's meet and greet. I'll just show you right here. It's really easy. You just create a button, and the button, you just link it to the file that's either your Dropbox, or if you're hosting it locally like we are here, that button just links to wherever that PDF is. This one. So I just set the button to go to there, and it does. So that's pretty much it. Probably about 25-30 hours into this so far. Another maybe 5 or 10 to get everything, the little tiny details worked out, but it turned out pretty good. And hopefully that's helped you see how you can make Divi do whatever it is you need it to do. This page is the only one that was created using a template, and that was highly edited. Really, I think I only used the first 2 sections. Other than that, it was all just pulling it, like creating it on the fly. So, talk to you next time. Bye.